What is up, good people? Jungle Inc. here, hope you're doing well. I want to make sure you understand all of this talk about XRP amendments. It's not that I think there's a problem with XRP or even what Ripple's doing. I just think a little more transparency on how this stuff works will help the market assess what's really going on. So they understand, you know what, devs aren't making a sidechain because they want to keep this technology to themselves. Essentially, they weren't allowed to bring it on the XRP ledger, and they were forced to do this. And I think that helps investors and users make certain decisions, things like that. Now, I noticed on BitTrue, they're having this XRP burning / Xahaua minting event where you can burn your XRP and you get a Xahaua token. I don't suggest this, just shooting in the dark, burning your XRP to get these tokens. I would wait until trade starts and just acquire some on the open market. If you take a look at the functionality of the network and the current price and market cap and you think it's a good investment, great. But just burning XRP ahead of time, shooting in the dark here, I don't think is a good investment decision. Personally, myself, I would advise against it. Look, I haven't really broken down the numbers. I don't know if it makes sense or not. Not something I'm partaking in. And to be honest, unless the price was really low, I don't think I'm going to touch this. In my mind, it's not a great investment opportunity. I think had they went the way of a bi-directional bridge where value could flow back and forth between the ledgers, this would have been a home run. Everyone would be cheering on this asset, and it would instantly be the most popular asset on the XRP ledger you could trade for. But they decided to go this burn to mint feature. And maybe the Sith overlords told them to go that way. I don't know why they would. It just is a really perplexing choice from my vantage point. I would have made that sucker bi-directional, moving value on and off, and we would have been off and running. But it is what it is. So we'll see what they have for us. I want to see how smart contracts, if you want to call it that, the Hooks Amendment, how it functions on the XRP ledger or an XRP ledger type of blockchain. And can it scale? Does it slow things down? Things like that. I think we'll learn a lot from this one way or the other. But going the burn to mint route, I think, is going to hurt them in a big way. Otherwise, I think it could have competed with Flare. It could have been a great, side chain with a lot of utility. But again, that's just my opinion as an everyday person. I'm not an engineer. I'm not as smart as these devs that are rolling it out. So we'll see. Put up this video today on Twitter. You can check it out. It's titled, "The Fed Has Lost Control." And this analyst is giving it about 4 to 5 weeks, saying, you know what, there's going to be unintended consequences from what we're doing right now. We're going to see something break. Huge bank failures, pension funds just bleeding off money, or maybe a commercial real estate collapse. Could be any number of things, but from his point of view, something bad's going to happen. Make no mistake, if that does happen, we're going to see turmoil in the crypto space. I mean, you have war everywhere, rough financial conditions worldwide. It's a tough environment. Does the bull run start now? Is there enough here for crypto just to take over? Or are we going to see a tumble first? I would bet on a tumble first, but again, I hold all of my current positions because I just don't know, and I cannot gamble on the future. I know where crypto goes eventually. I don't need to gamble on the short term, but be aware that there's a lot of nasty stuff going on out there, and we could see something break in violent fashion. And if you're ready, great time to buy. If you're partaking in clown world, well, you may get hurt. If you're leveraged too much or whatever it may be, you may get wiped out before you can blink an eye. Just be careful. We're going into uncharted territories, and it's definitely a scary environment. But from my vantage point, I know where we're going eventually with this thing, so I'm willing to weather the storm, and weather it I will. Lastly, the U.S. Treasury Department, the deputy actually said the vast majority of terror group financing, it doesn't flow through crypto. This is quite contrarian to what we heard from Elizabeth Warren and other people in politics as they try to politicize cryptocurrencies. It was good, someone within government speaking out. And they tacked on there, though, this is a useful tool, and we want to regulate it properly before it does become, a big force for terror organizations and all sorts of bad stuff. That's with any tool. Internet, email, cell phones, it all can be used for bad purposes and good purposes. And the sooner we recognize this and treat this space in a really reasonable and logical way, I think we'll be better off. Let me know what you think down below. Are we going to see some turmoil in the financial markets here as we close out 2023? Or is it off to the races? Has the bull run arrived? And as always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Link.